Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and in this video we're gonna go over Humbl stock. So right now we're looking at Humbl on the daily time frame. And one thing I want to talk about before I even get into Humbl and the OTC market is I want to look just quickly at our S&P 500 just to show you guys how great the price action has been the last couple of days. We got a back test of our 50, extremely bullish price action for the markets. Look here at the SPY, same thing. We had a nice bounce off of our 50. People were panicking here, thought the market was about to crash, but you can see right here we had a awesome recovery. These are great green days followed by a test on our 50 SMA, and then same thing. Let's go here, US 100. This is our NASDAQ, and you can see we are well above our 50 SMA. We had no retracement here for this. So the health of the overall markets right now on a technical level actually could not look any better. I know Humbl is on the OTC market, but when you have the overall market doing well, it should bode well for everything else. And so just a quick glance at that, there's no real fear of any sort of crash on the horizon right now. Yes, we are in a melt up phase, but you could see because we bounced off of our 50 SMA, we actually are in a very great spot. So can't find Humbl. Here we are. So with Humbl, I have updated us a little bit. I've incorporated two little patterns here. So this was our little descending pennant, and now this one is another triangle pattern that I have. And with this pattern, it has been treated as a level of support. I'm going to get rid of all of our SMAs so you guys can see this a little bit clearer. And so you can see since the beginning of this little rally here, we've had a couple tests of support on this little uptrend. And so when I'm looking at the price action right now, the worst case I can see Humbl is trading in this consolidation phase till about the end of August. I think by the time we get down to here, September, I do think we will start to curl up, and this is when we will start to get the price action above our uptrend line. As of right now, we are in a strong consolidation phase. This stock has done incredibly well the last year and a half. And so one thing I want to mention with this stock is also when you have such a great long-term stock and you have a stock that people really anticipate to be a very big contender for one of the top companies in the world, people aren't going to sell their shares very easily. And if some people do sell their shares, there's going to be a lot more people that are going to snag up the shares. So when I look at Humbl, the reason why I'm calling this the consolidation phase is because the price action, even if it dips to 80 cents, if it dips to 70 cents, if it dips to 60 cents, I know with this stock there's going to be buyers at each level. So it's not a matter of is this stock going to go up. It is eventually going to go up. It's just a game right now because people believe that they could get a stock at even cheaper levels. But when you're looking at a stock that's very strong, and so it's very difficult for a great stock to stay at depressed levels for a long time. So you can see when we broke down right here, we followed up with a monstrous run from our lows. And so we spent no time here in the trenches. We literally got down here and then we came right back up. And so now that we are in this range, and this is where we first initially found our bottom, that is where I came to the conclusion of our consolidation phase. And so overall, in our fib retracement, we're also at the bottom level. And so I removed it just so we can look at this chart a little bit clearer. And so overall, if Humbl breaks below this level of support, I believe the price action is going to drop very quick, but it's going to bounce up very quick as well. So if you are lucky enough to capitalize on price action below this line, it is going to favor you well for the long term. And so what does this line coincide with? About 85 cents. So I think the lowest we're actually going to go here is around 85 cents. If we do somehow break below this level of support, look for a very quick touch of around 75 cents, a double bottom, and the price action will start to come up. You can see our RSI is 39. We are starting to make our way up, but again, there is still some more room for us to go down, and I do think this is going to be the key level of support for us moving forward. Once we break past this pattern, there's only one way to go up. We have been on a multi-month downtrend, so it's only time for Humbl to start going up. As more time passes, the company continues to get better, and so that is only going to favor Humbl. So time is in the favor of Humbl investors. There is no real hurry, there's no deadlines. The stock is just going to organically grow as the company does year over year. And as an investor, these are the times and the opportunities where you should be doubling down, tripling down your position for a long-term hold. Like, this stock is not going to stay at these prices forever. This might be the only few months we see Humbl below $1, and then we may never see it again. Now's not the time to be scared. Now's the time to be pulling out your wallet and taking as much of the shares off the market here for Humbl, because if you don't, larger companies that they acquire, bigger investments, hedge funds, you have institutions investing into Humbl. You've already got a stock with tons of publicity. We've been on major news outlets. We've been on Forbes. This company has its name out there, so people are aware of this name. And so if Humbl actually starts to produce revenues, I expect a flood of new investors. Humbl is one of those stocks where retail investors know what they have. They're buying and holding where they can. However, with institutions, they're a lot more patient. They wait for a more sure thing. And what is a sure thing? Nothing's really a sure thing in the market, but if you have a company that just continues to grow their revenue year over year, then you have no choice as an institution to buy that company, because you know it is only going to grow and get better. And so if we're looking at a company that hasn't even shown any revenue, you're getting in before all the smart money, before all the institutions. This is very early to be getting in on a stock. And so yes, we have no revenue, so I can't say that this company is going to be massive, but from what I've seen with the company, from the management, the moves that they made, I do believe this is going to be a beast. And so I want to get in before institutions get in. Institutions are probably going to be buying the stock up at $7, $8, $9 when they're like, oh man, this company's making way better revenues than we expected. Well, us are just sitting here laughing at buying prices at under $1. So it's all a game of perspective. People are going to be chasing the bag with this one when it starts going up to $8, $9, $20, $25, $30 a share. And so this happens all the time with new companies. When people are scared to buy at $1, they're going to be the same people who are going to chase it when it's at $8, $9. That's just how this game works. And so because there's so much fear associated right now with Humbl, that's how I know that this is a great time to be buying. Even if I didn't look at the technicals, if I didn't look at how anything was run with the company, just from the bashing of all the preferred shares where people believe this company is going to go bankrupt, Brian Foote's a scam, this. I'm seeing so much negative news here that is all BS, and it is all because people have fear. They're trying to instill fear and get cheaper shares. And so as Warren Buffett says, be greedy when people are fearful. And so I see fear, and so that's when you should be pouncing. And then when people start to get greedy, that's usually when you should be selling. And so lastly, if we look at our 50 SMA, our 50 SMA is literally our level of resistance right here. So this is going to trace all the way down, and until we break this pattern, we will then break our 50 SMA. So it is actually lining up very nicely in my opinion. I do think that we will be trading in this consolidation phase until at least the end of August. We could easily, however, break this to the upside at any moment of time between then. I just trust these patterns. I trust that they usually go till the end. And so right now, the way I see it with Humbl, you have about a month. You have a month to continue to load up on this stock. I think this is going to be a huge month to be buying Humbl. If you have the opportunity to get this stock under $1, this is an incredible deal. And so I think this is one of the best stocks to be owning right now, more so for a long-term generational play. There's levels to this investment. You have your safety stocks, you have your cyclical stocks, you have your non-cyclical stocks, you have your banks. Then you have your home run plays where you get a stock before people even have any clue of how big this is going to be. With Humbl, I am just in love with everything about the story, the name of the company, everything about their business model, what they're trying to achieve, the personnel they have to try to achieve it. This company is just going to be massive, and I'm glad that I'm able to talk about this company now, because years down the line, I know there's going to be tons of people making Humbl videos. Is Humbl a buy at $20? I can already see the headlines in the future, people asking if this is a buy or a sell at 20, people saying is this a scam at 30. And so right now we are extremely early, so take advantage while you can. Treat these low prices as a blessing. And so I just wanted to quickly update you guys here on Humbl. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.